Demeter Joe, Joe, Joe,
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you. You get to stay here long in Paris?
Just today and tomorrow, then I'm off to London.
You went to the Eiffel Tower and things like that, or have you been here before?
I've been here before. I've been to the Eiffel Tower. I'd like to get some shopping in, but I don't think I'll have time.
Everybody knows that you started out very young,
Yes.
as a very young girl. And, well, we can say you've been very, very successful up to now. What I want to know is how do you cope? I mean, you got your first record deal when you were like 12.
Mm-hmm.
You're 21 right now?
Yeah.
How do you cope? I mean, you're such a young woman. How do you do that?
Well, it's been my whole life, really. My family's been involved in entertainment since I was a baby, so I've been around it, and it took getting used to at first when the first album came out and all the attention was on me.
Especially going through puberty, right?
And being in high school and all of that. So it took a little bit of getting used to, but like I said, it's been my whole life, which made it easier. So, and it's my dream, and to have it come true, you know, it's just a wonderful thing. So it's not that hard to deal with when you love it.
You feel good doing this.
Definitely, this is what I love. It's my passion, so I'm happy.
So your first album came out in 1994, right?
Yeah, 94.
Second one in 96.
Yes.
Produced by R. Kelly and Timberland. What was the biggest difference between working with R. Kelly and then Timberland?
Well, on the first album, I was a novice. You know, I'd been in studios before, but this was my album, so I really sat back and watched and learned a lot. And I've always had creative control over my career, but I was, I didn't do as much on the first album. I kind of went with the flow, and on the second album, I got a lot more involved. And meeting Tim, we just clicked right from the beginning, and it felt like we knew each other for years. So I think that really made a difference in One in a Million. And I just felt like that album was really my baby because that's when I really got hands-on. So that was, to me, the major difference. It's Aaliyah on the first album, but it's really
Timberland.
definitely.
He's produced your last single, now the new single. Why did you choose at that point to still work with Timberland and not try to use another producer on your new single or album?
Well, we're like a family. We're all very close, and we have a relationship outside of work. We are very close friends, and he knows me like the back of his hand, and I know him like the back of my hand. So when we work together, it's special. So we'll probably always work together. That's how we all feel about it because we're this family. So, and I will work with outside producers. I will probably have some on the album, but Tim will probably have a majority of the album. So it's a relationship that'll probably last throughout the years.
Well, you haven't released as much singles in Europe as you have in America, but still every single you release in Europe, in Holland, tops the charts like immediately.
That's great.
What does it feel like? I mean,
That's the best. I mean, to travel overseas and have people just know you and know the music, and that in itself is amazing. And then for it to be a big hit, it's beyond words. It really means a lot. I've put a lot of work into everything that I do, and I want to be able to touch everyone, and it's a wonderful feeling to have people feel me like that.
you've obviously matured a lot. You're a young woman now. Is the way you write your music now totally different from when it was in the beginning? Maybe your inspiration, where you get it from?
Well, I have yet to really write any of my music. My brother and I did one song that I may put on this next album, but together, right? But it's something that I'm experimenting with, dibbling and dabbling, and seeing if it's for me. But when it comes to singing and how I put feeling into a song, my life experiences help me do that. And I think the way I approach a song now is different than when I was younger. I mean, I've experienced a lot more. I'm 21 now than when I was 15, so I think the way I approach a song is different. And it comes off differently now. I think you feel the growth and the maturity.
You've worked with people like Nas, Genuine, Missy Elliott in the past. Is there anyone else you'd like to work with right now?
Definitely. I'd love to work with D'Angelo.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love his
Why?
style. His style. And I think our styles would mesh, and it could be a nice collaboration. He's just a great artist. Love to work with Janet. I've idolized her since I was a little girl, so that would be great if I could collaborate with her. And that's just two to name a few.
Is there a chance that would happen maybe in the near future?
I hope so. I mean, we've met a few times, and she's cool people, so maybe it'll happen. Who knows?
What about production-wise?
I've met with Wyclef a few times. We may work together.
Wyclef is hot.
He's a dope producer. Irv Gotti, he did the song on the soundtrack that I have with DMX, and I love his style. So he will probably have a song on the album.
So now let's try again. We can, well, to my opinion, you can interpret the song in different ways. Can you tell us what the song is about?
Well, for me, it's perfect for describing me because I don't know, I think I'm kind of a complex person, and when it comes to boys, you know, I'm not that easy.
No?
I'm not, no.
In what way?
It takes a minute to get to know me, you know, you can't access me that easily, so.
So you're hard to get.
Yeah, and it's like, but don't give up though, and that's what I like about the song. It's saying, you know, if I don't give in the first day, the next date may be good. So just, you know, if it doesn't work, dust yourself off and try again. Don't give up, and that's what I like about it. Really sweet.
It's in your video.
Yes,
Are you into martial arts?
I am. But my brother and I, we took martial arts when we were younger. I hope those pictures don't show up, but
They probably will.
probably. If my mother has anything to do with it, they probably will. But we took martial arts when we were younger, and he was always into martial arts films. I used to watch them a bit with him when I was younger, but he knew about Jet before I did. I saw Jet in Lethal Weapon 4 for the first time, and absolutely fell in love with him. So.
Was it your idea then to contact him to do the video?
Yeah, I wanted him. Actually, when I saw him in Lethal Weapon 4, my mother and I were like, oh, God, who is he? He's amazing. And I was like, wow, he'd be great in a video. We should maybe try to get him in a video for the album. And had no idea that I could be in a movie with him and co-starring with him and get him in the video as well. So it was great that he took the time out to do it, and we got a chance to do some stunts like we do in the movie. So it was cool.
Let's talk about the movie because Romeo Must Die is not in the movies in Holland yet. It will be, hopefully, by the end of the winter. What's it about?
Well, it's a take on Romeo and Juliet in a way, but it's its own story. It's about two crime families who are actually warring, and they're struggling for power and success, and our characters kind of get caught up in the whole crime lifestyle. We don't approve of it. We try to separate ourselves from it, but we still get caught up in it. And inevitably, in the end, the families break down and realize how important family is. And it's similar to Romeo and Juliet in that the families don't get along. And I play Trish O'Day, who's the daughter of the head of the Black family.
Which is a leading part.
Yes, it is. Which I was blessed to get for my first movie. And Jet plays son of the head of the Asian family. And our relationship was like that of Romeo and Juliet in a way. It's sweet. It's a cool story. It's got a lot of action, great fight sequences, love, drama, comedy. It's a fun film. It's a wild ride. Hopefully people will enjoy it.
I read somewhere that you're fond of movies, just crazy about watching movies. What was it like then to be able to read a script, to say, okay, I want to do this movie and then get the leading part?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, it's something I've wanted for a long time, and I knew at some point I would do it. But to get this script and to be working with such a great cast, and I mean, it's an amazing feeling for it to finally come to fruition, and to get such a big part. I was actually looking to do smaller roles and build up to something like this, but this just came along and it was right for me, and I'm very thankful.
The acting was something you wanted to do from...
Yeah, it's something I did when I was younger. I did a little bit in high school, so I wanted to do it. Music was just first. So I took the time out to get back into it and to prepare myself the right way, and that was it.
Isn't it difficult to be doing your own thing and also doing soundtracks, which are other albums than your own?
Well, the soundtracks, the reason I chose to do Dr. Dolittle and to do Anastasia and all of that was to keep myself visible while I took a break from doing my own thing, from doing my album. I think it's important to give the audience a break so they have a chance to miss you, and that you have a chance to get back into the whole creative process and really just take the time out to give the album my all and to give my fans my all. So that's why I chose to do the soundtracks. And now it's about doing my album, so I will not be doing any more soundtracks.
About the album. When can we expect the new album? Because it's been 4 years, right?
Yeah,
Since
it's
your
been a
last
long
one.
time. It would have come out quicker, but then the movie came up in the soundtrack and everything. So hopefully the end of the year, we want to release a single like November or December, and then the album January 2001. So it's coming soon.
And what can we expect? I mean, is it going to be totally different from One in a Million, or is it still going to
It'll
have
be
that
the
Aaliyah
next step
sound?
up. It'll be the next step up for One in a Million. I think the soundtrack for Romeo is a good gauge for what the album will be like. But I've got a lot of ideas, and I've had a chance to listen to what I've done because we started it before the movie, and I want to change a lot of things. But it'll definitely be a hot album. Like, I don't want to give too much away. I want people to be, excited about it. But it'll be hot.
Like I said, 21 years old. You've been singing for the biggest part of your life. You've been acting now. Is there anything else in life you'd like to achieve that you haven't done up till now?
Right now, I'm just happy to be doing what I'm doing what I love, and there's so many things I want to still accomplish as a singer and as an actress. I'm not really thinking about anything else. I don't know what'll happen. We'll see what happens 10 years from now, but
But you're still very ambitious, though.
oh, extremely, extremely. And as long as I'm in entertainment, I'll be happy. As long as I'm in this industry in some form of fashion, I'll be.
Because I read somewhere that you've been doing fashion shows a while ago, which was a few years ago, I think.
Well, I modeled for Tommy Hilfiger a few years ago.
Is that something you're gonna do?
I'd love to do
soon?
more modeling, actually. I'm with an agency, so if anything came up, I'd love to do it. It just hasn't. Nothing's come up since Tommy, so. But if it did, I'd definitely go for it.
One thing I have to ask you, because I know that there are a lot of fans watching you right now. When are you gonna come back to Holland to perform?
Oh, hopefully soon. I didn't get to come back on One in a Million, and I wish I could have. But last time I performed, it was amazing. The audience
You were
was
in Amsterdam, right?
Yes, it was so dope, and it was a lot of fun. So on the third album, hopefully in the summer, I'll be back too.
You promise.
I promise
Because we
I'll be
got
back
it right
at
here
some
on
point.
tape.
Yes, I will be back. I promise.
Okay.
Definitely.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
your time, your interview. I wish you all the best of luck
I appreciate
with your new album.
it. Thank you.
Thanks. Aaliyah.